I want to conduct.
Come. Alright. Let's check the sound.
No sound crash.
Alright, no sound crash. Let's just check the sound and see what's going on. Give me a second. Yashala.
Yeah, come.
Yashala. There you go.
You good.
Come.
No sound first.
Alright. Talk about it. Okay, let's get this rocking and rolling. All right, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahba Shem Yahshua Rakatel to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Athamba Shem Yahshua to the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Paratazar out of Yonkers, New York, and this is Tuesday Brotherhood class. Let's clap it up for the Lord. Let's also clap it up for the brotherhood and the sisterhood of ISUPK. This is ISUPK. Start off with 1 West 125th Street under Commander General Yohana. Under Commander General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are the chosen people of this Bible right here. This Bible right here. That everybody read, that, you know what I'm saying, our grandmother that got all that dust on it, got John, you know what I'm saying, only turned to the page of John 3:16, you know what I mean? And nobody reads the Bible, nobody reads it. Who is blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians according to this Bible? Who is their nationality? Because there's no such thing, you know what I'm saying, black is a color. Hispanics, they was raped and murdered by, you know what I'm saying, by the Spaniards. So-called Native American Indians is gone. You hear me, sir? They gone.
Right.
They gone. Where the hell are they? They gone. Every year they have to remind people that they are still alive.
Right.
Every year. Yeah, I think every day. They fight in the court system. They're doing this, they're doing that, just to show people we still here. They are the chosen people of God. That's who they are. That's who they are. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians supposed to be gone, stomped out of existence, completely gone. But then again, we're still here. We're still here. It's not by accident. We're still here. You know what I'm saying? All the destruction that our oppressor, the snow roaches, you know what I mean? The shaved monkeys, you know what I mean? The perverted bullies, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, they try to stomp us out of resistance. But we are God's chosen people. And since 1969, we've been teaching the blacks, so the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, that they are God's chosen people according to this Bible. That's what we teach in the ISUPK. And today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday Brotherhood class, because we also teach how to be a brother. Because according to our slave master, you know what I'm saying, our brother become our mother. Our sister become our brother. This is according to our perverted, those perverted bullies. Those perverted bullies telling us that my mother could become my father. We're going to follow that philosophy? We've been beat down so much. Black, you know what I'm saying? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We've been beat down so much. We normalize this behavior. We normalize the behavior. Normalize to the, you know what I'm saying, to the point that we forgive those people. You believe that, sir? How we forgive those people? From rape? From murder, molestation? From ripping, you know what I'm saying, from beating their names in our backs? That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna forgive? We're gonna forgive that? We walking around, you know what I'm saying, with Jonathan, with Joe, with Leon, Deshaun, Aaron, you know what I'm saying? My man Pedro, my man Miguel, you know what I'm saying? My man, what so-called Native American, they always use Jerry. That's the, you know, it's a lot of Jerrys. It's a lot of Jerry. Yeah, Jerry Longhorse. You know what I mean? It would be something like that. What are we doing, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? And we're going to forgive these people, these bunch of perverted, you know what I'm saying, these perverted bullies? We're going to take on the philosophy and we're going to start putting, you know what I'm saying, putting trees up in our house. We're going to start bringing out barbecues on the 4th of July when they signed the Declaration of Independence. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? While one was signing the Declaration of Independence, his friend was raping your mother and your father in the back. And after when they signed, they went out and killed more Native American Indians, so-called Native American Indians. Then they went to Haiti and slaughtered more Haitians, you know what I'm saying? Slaughtered more Haitians to take care of that land. Anybody in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? South and North America, there's no army to protect you. There's no army to protect us. Slovakia, sir. No army. Where's the Jamaican army at? If somebody invade, you know what I'm saying, Jamaica, who's protecting that? Who's protecting it? You know who's protecting them? Daddy. Our oppressor. Our oppressor is protecting Jamaica. If you know what I'm saying, if somebody come in and invade Venezuela, guess who's protecting Venezuela? Our daddy. Good boy, sir.
For their own interest.
It's always for their own interest, sir. They, you know what I'm saying? It's already. You know what I'm saying? They already raped it into us. Because we look forward to the rape now. You understand that, sir? We have no feeling at all. We are rapists, getting raped every day. You know what I'm saying? We the one who's getting raped, and we just become numb. We become numb. We become so numb that we use our the rapist talking points. Right. Black on black crime. Victim mentality. You're going to blame the person who got raped? You're going to blame him for getting raped, for getting molested. You're going to blame them? You have victim mentality. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. What are we doing? How long we have to do this? How long we have to look towards our oppressor? The snow roaches, the shaved monkeys, as they think that, you know what I'm saying, as they have empathy for us. They have no empathy. They only have empathy for themselves. We done fought in all their wars to come home, based on the history of this country, to come home to get lynched in our uniforms.
Forget about it.
That's what happened. Guess what? And that was in what, World War I, World War II,
World War
I. Let's go back when the whips was on our backs. We fought for the independence of this country.
Right.
So-called black people, sir.
Which was started over a riot because they killed a black man, not a white man. Christmas addicts.
Come. But you got to realize, and also, you know what I'm saying, if we do some critical thinking on them, somebody done killed my property. You see what I'm saying? My potential property.
Well, Salaki, if I may, it's more so the Democrats saw George Floyd. This is a talking point for Joe Biden. We don't like the British. We want to separate from them. Yo, British soldiers just killed the Jake, killed the black man. Let's use this as a talking point to rally everybody, because we need bodies, right? That's what they do.
Oh, well, I don't think they use that, that language, because, you know what I'm saying? Because, they put it on in the Constitution, all men is created equal. You know what I'm saying? Except for N-words, you know what I'm saying? Except for, N-words, you know what I'm saying? So-called, you know what I'm saying, that they call our Hispanic brothers, you know what I'm saying, the spit word. Our Native American brothers, the red man or the savage.
Right.
And they're females.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But all men is created equal.
Right.
This is the history of this country. How can we forget this?
If I may, the Declaration refers to them as savages. Indian savages.
Oh, man. You know what? I was watching in Slovakia, so if I may, I watch a lot of old movies. So I was there when TV used to go off.
Oh.
I was there when they had the Indian head in the crosshairs.
Yeah.
Just before the TV went off, it was in the crosshairs. You gotta understand that I was watching shows from the 50s. It was like,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about shows, you know what I'm saying? Shows in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was like that. But we want to forget that. Our Native brothers and sisters want to forget stuff like this. Want to forget it.
Yeah.
The tomahawk. The Redskins. We want to forget all of that. Let's run a pipeline. Yeah, we signed a treaty, but let's still run a goddamn pipeline through, you know what I'm saying, through their backyard. As a matter of fact, through their house. So what? They nobodies. They can't do anything. Yes, we know the history of this country. We know the history of what they've been doing to them. This is what the Canada said. We know what we did to the native, you know what I'm saying, the indigenous population. We know that we did, but guess what? The United Nations know this. All the powers know this, but guess what? Can they do something about it? Can y'all do something about it? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? No empathy. No empathy. Go ahead, sir.
It's not a lack of empathy. Can you imagine if, even you, Salakia, give me 1 second. Hold up, yeah, check it. Give me 1 second. I got to take it.
Oh, come.
You want to press?
But yeah, but we're gonna go straight into the scriptures, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians need to remember. You know what I'm saying? I was suffering.
You have to set up a bit.
I was suffering. And that's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians need to remember. And our oppressor would say that we're not allowed to talk about the history of this country based on our people, our nation, our nation of people, our nation of people. But we're gonna go straight into it. We're gonna go straight into it. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy 32:7. Deuteronomy 32:7. Let's see here, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we gotta remember this. We gotta remember, what they did to us. Deuteronomy, let me see, chapter 32:7. Here we go right here. Now this is Deuteronomy. Oh, come. Now this is Deuteronomy. This is our Salakia. This is our brother Moses teaching us this. Reading the book of Deuteronomy to the Israelites. That's what he's doing. He's letting the Israelites to remember what's going on. To, you know what I'm saying? To you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So we could wash off all that dirt that when we came out of Egypt. When we came out of Egypt, we need to wash up all that nasty dirt. We need to wash our mind from all that philosophy when we was in slavery. When we was in slavery. We have to understand they was our, you know what I'm saying? There was people that we weren't supposed to mess with. There was our enemy, and we have to remember, because that's our history. That's our history. Can you read that, Bob, Short, if you have it?
Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days of old.
Say that again.
Remember the days of old.
For Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we must remember the days of old. If we don't remember it, you know what I'm saying, we're going to act like it never happened. We're going to think it's normalized when we come, you know what I'm saying, when in the future, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that we're doing become normal. Go ahead, sir.
No, that's what I was going to say. Like, they don't want to bring up, like, it's easier to forget.
Well, yes, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, we don't go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no, say what you want to say.
We don't want to remember that pain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to this day, in all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American households, it's like that. Guess what? It was like that in slavery when the whip was on our backs. That we have to close the blinders and we become numb to the rape. We become numb to the rape. You know what I mean? We just sit there and just get raped.
Right.
We just sit there and just get whipped. We just sit there and get chastised. We just sit there and become, we ain't human beings. I'm a slave. I'm a slave. This is normal. This is tradition for us people. How dare you talk about, you know what I'm saying? How dare you talk about going, you know what I'm saying, running away from the plantation? How dare you? We got the same people that's saying exactly the same thing today. Saying exactly the same thing today. How is that possible? Because we were saying it back then, sir. We don't remember that. Because it forced us to do something about it. You understand what I'm saying, sir? It forced us to put us in that position that we have to take on the responsibility. We have to look towards those people that we love to get raped by and look at them as they damaging us. And we don't want to do that because we have to fix ourselves. It's, you know what I mean? If I tune myself out, if I get high, if I just, you know what I'm saying, if I have sex all the time, if I, you know what I'm saying, if I look towards my people as nothing, and I can sell drugs and do whatever I want to do. Individuals. Same as individual act. I have no remembrance of that. Right. Matter of fact, it was no such thing as of a slave trade. There wasn't no slaves. That's how it got to that point. Right. Negroes, coloreds, right. Afro-Americans. You know what I'm saying? Mixed. Indians, Redskins. This, you know what I'm saying? This is what our oppressors called us. Because you know why? Because we are their pet. They named their pet. And we gotta remember that the people who's above us and over us and oppressing us, they call us their pet. And we gotta understand that. We gotta remember that. They're not our friends. They look down on us. So Moses said, remember the days of old. We don't, you know what I'm saying?
Consider the years of many generations.
Say that again?
Consider the years of many generations.
Oh, you gotta consider those years of many generations, or the raping, or the murdering, or the stealing, or the kidnapping, and bringing our children to these boarding homes. Right, you know what I'm saying? Ripping families apart and sticking them into, you know what I'm saying, into schools, Catholic schools, Christian schools. You know, and kill the Indian. We have to kill that Indian mentally. We had to kill that Negro mentally. Go ahead, sir.
It was kidnapping. They wouldn't even let them go home during summers and winters.
Well, how dare you talk about that? That's what you try to say. These people that we kidnapped got rights to go home to their family. Don't you see? I just cut their hair. Don't you see? They don't wear braids anymore. Yeah, I can't do this to their parents. I cannot do it to their parents because their parents know better, sir. Their parents know better, but the children don't. The children don't know better. So we could rape, rob, and murder the children, and the children are going to normalize the behavior. Actually, they're going to be on our side and fight our wars and become Christians and become good altar boys and good, you know what I'm saying, good women of the church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And take on white Jesus doctrine or white Jesus, white supremacy doctrine. That's what they're going to take, and they have taken on that. Because we don't want to remember the days of old, and consider the years of many generations. We don't want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk. We do not want to talk about the, you know what I'm saying? Was it tears? The trail of tears. The trail of tears. We don't want to think about that, sir. Out of sight, out of mind. We don't want to think about that. We got, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying? The snow roaches, the shaved monkeys got it to the point that you're calling, you know what I'm saying? The so-called Mexican brothers and sisters that's coming in from the border. The so-called Mexican brothers and sisters that was born in California hate the brothers and sisters who was coming over the border.
And you know how you know?
How we know, sir?
Donald Trump had the highest amount of Hispanic voters of any president, any Republican president since Reagan.
And that's the reason why you're a priest and prophet of the Lord, because I got it pictures. You see what I'm getting at?
Right.
All the tribes is like that. All of them. Because we forgot the day, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to remember the days of old. It says it right here in Deuteronomy. What is it?
But you're probably old enough to remember this. Bill Clinton half ran on, I'm going to deal with the drug problem.
Say that again, please.
Bill Clinton half ran on, I'm going to deal with the drug problem.
Wait. But it was so deceitful. He said that.
He really, yeah.
You know, yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Before that, it was a war on drugs, but it wasn't, he didn't stop the war on drugs. He amplified the war on drugs. Because he said, I'm going to do it. What Bill Clinton said?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna deal with the drug problem.
And you know what we're gonna do with the drug problem? You know what he did? Just amplify the war on drugs. Through 3-strike rules. Right. 3-strike law. Right. You know what I'm saying? Flood more drugs into the neighborhood. How all these drugs come to a neighborhood when it was DTs? When it was all types of teams, drug teams, right, all over the neighborhood. And when I say all over the neighborhood, it was all over the neighborhood. But it was still alive. Then you still have crack houses.
Right.
Those fiends walking around.
Right.
Everybody's doors getting kicked in. The drugs were still flowing. How is that possible? How is that possible unless somebody signed off on it? Then it got to the point, like, how can we got all these Negroes, all these so-called Hispanics, all these Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying? We done beat them down into powder, and they normalize this behavior, and they flooded into jail. They're all in jail now. And you know this is a capitalism system, right?
Right.
How can we capitalize by them? By those what word I want to use? Those people. Let's call it that, because that's what our oppressor says. Those people. How can I capitalize by them going to jail because I need to make money. Oh, you know what? We're going to monetize jails.
Right. Privatize, rather.
No, privatize, publicize, doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? He going to get his money. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the biggest deceiver. This snow roach is the devil what the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's who they are. They're a bunch of deceiving bastards. With deceitful snow roaches, deceitful shaved monkeys. That's who they are. That's who they are. And our brother Moses was trying to remind our people in Deuteronomy. Read that from the top, sir.
Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations.
Say that again.
Consider the years of many generations.
Oh, you got to consider those years of many generations. All those generations that went, you know what I'm saying, that went by, and all those conflicts with those other nations, and how we grew up, and the, you know what I'm saying, the law, statutes, and commandments, and remember who our God is. Remember that. The God who took us out of Egypt. Remember that. Read on, sir.
Ask thy father and he will show you.
Say that again.
Ask thy father and he will show you.
Oh man, who's that father? Oh, that's a righteous father. That's the father that knows the history of his nation, of his people. You know what I'm saying? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
And if I'm mad,
Sir?
what's it called? Consider the years of many generations. Like, that's really just looking at, we've been here for 400 years. Like, you don't take consideration and like look at that and say, we've been trying for 400 years. There's some good white people. Like Muhammad Ali put it best. I'm supposed to sit here and ask if there's 100 snakes.
Yeah.
How many of them are good? Like, it don't matter. I still keep having to have the same fight.
And you know what? And guess what? He remembered the days of old. He forgot about the days of old. You see what happened? He forgot it. Yes, it was all good when in the midst of it. But when it's time to stand 10 toes down, and he was standing 10 toes down, he made that famous statement. Out of all the snakes, you know what I'm saying? 5 of them is, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
5 of them is nice. 5 of them is, you know what I'm saying? There's no, you know what I mean? They don't have, you know what I'm saying? They're not poisonous. But why? Why I'm going to try to weed out the good ones from the bad ones?
Right.
They all snakes. They all see. This is you know what I'm saying, and this is true. This is true right here for our, you know what I'm saying, the snow roaches, you know what I'm saying, the shaved monkeys, even the curly fries on the side.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? Even them, because they're, you know what I'm saying, because they also that, because they're brothers and sisters, you know. They're brothers and sisters. That's who they are. They're brothers and sisters. Just follow a different faith, but they're the same nation of people. You know what I'm saying? So they are scorpions. You know what I mean? They are scorpions. Now, what is the nature of a scorpion? To sting you. That's their nature. In spite of. So, you know what I'm saying? They got this old little saying that goes like this. It was stop me if you know this one.
The turtle and the scorpion?
The turtle and the scorpion.
No, I think it was a turtle.
Yeah, it was either or. It was either or. But let's say the turtle. So you know what I'm saying? It was a stream of water. Right. The scorpion had to get over. He couldn't get over because he can't swim. He could drown. So the turtle. So is it a frog or a tortoise? You know what I mean? Yeah. He can swim in the water. You know what I'm saying? About 85% of his life is in the water anyway, right? So he turned to the frog and said, "Hey, yo, why don't you let me climb over on your back and help me get over the stream?" Right. And the frog was like, "No, I won't." He was like, "Why you won't?" "Because you're gonna sting me."
Right.
I'm not going to do it. You're a damn scorpion.
Right.
So the scorpion say, nah, man, I'm not going to sting you. I'm not going to sting you. Why? Come on, think about it. Why I should sting you and you helping me out? And we would both drown. So why should I sting you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He said, nah, man, I'm not going to do it. He said, yo, listen up, man. I'm not going to sting you. Just help me over this stream real quick. You know what I'm saying? Think about the logic. If I sting you, we both going to die. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sting you. So by, you know what I'm saying, by the frog being nice, like our people, forgetting about the days of old, forget about this is a scorpion. You see what I'm saying? And what happened to those many generations? You know what I'm saying? And ask our Father, and our Father will let you know about those goddamn scorpions. But we want to forget that. So we're going to put the scorpion on our backs, and we're going to help that scorpion fight the wars. You see what I'm saying? Fight all his wars, do all his bidding, do everything to increase the scorpion's life. So in the middle of the stream, sir. So right in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, right in the middle of he's you know what I'm saying, he's swimming, and they halfway to the other side. Then boom, the scorpion sting him.
Yep.
And the frog turned to him and said, yo, listen up. You said that you wasn't going to sting me. Now the both of us are going to die. Why the hell is that you do that? Why you sting me? And his answer was, because I'm a scorpion.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's
if
it.
you didn't know.
Because that's his nature.
Salakia, if I may, Chris Rock said it best. If Regis Philbin takes a pencil and starts stabbing me in the neck, I'm going to say I should have saw it coming.
Yeah. Caught me slipping. Almost caught me slipping.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's true. I should have saw it coming, but we don't want to remember the days of old. We don't want to know the history according to this Bible. Who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? Can you read that from the top?
Remember the days of old.
Go on, sir.
Consider the years of many generations.
Go on, sir.
Ask thy father, and he will show thee.
Go on.
Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Oh, even the elders will let you know what was going on. You have to, you know what I'm saying? We got to tell our youth about this. Unless they're going to walk around and say, it's all good for my father to become my mother and my mother become my father. Then, and I become a they, them, and we, which is only me.
Yeah.
And I don't know grandma. I don't know grandma anymore. This is what we have to remember, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Now, let me remind you, this is brotherhood. This is sisterhood. This is what Isupk have been teaching since 1969. You know what I'm saying? Let me, come on, Yonkers, let me know. Where's the brotherhood? Running trains on sisters? Where's the sisterhood? You know what I'm saying? Getting that brother set up. Finish off last one.
John. And they will tell
And they were what?
Tell me.
Oh, they, you know what I'm saying? Our fathers would tell us the truth about this perverted, this perverted bully right here.
Right.
To let you know why he's so perverted and why he's a goddamn bully. Now we want to bully our own kind. You know what I'm saying? You don't get anything out of bullying a nation of people that have been beat down into powder.
Right.
We beat down to powder. We easy work. We easy work. But when it's time for, you know what I'm saying, when Isupk stand up since 1969 and tell our brothers and sisters, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying, it's time to stand up and to get our manhood back. That's when this perverted bastard want us to forget. certain situations. No more slavery. There's no more slavery. There's no more people holding you back. We didn't get over the goddamn trauma yet. We didn't have a place to heal. You know what I'm saying? This perverted bastard, then this perverted bully didn't help us, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have any type of sympathy on us and say, yo, we done crushed these people. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for them to heal. Let's put them over here so they can get away from us. Let's get away from, you know what I'm saying? Get away from us. Because they got, you know what I'm saying? They got our names branded on their backs. They took on our philosophy. They follow white supremacist, white Jesus doctrine. We have to remember the days of old. We have to remember these people, who they are. And we got to understand who we are. Let me get Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Let me, sir.
Come, Zephaniah 2 and 1.
Come. Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, this is the things that we have to start doing. We have to start doing this. Or we're going to forget the days of old. And we're going to follow around like a bunch of goddamn zombies like we're doing right now. If you could read it, if you have it, sir.
John, Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather yourselves together.
Say that again, sir.
Gather yourselves together.
Oh, it says it right there in Zephaniah 2 and 1. It said, gather yourself together. Who? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. To remember the days of old. Read on.
Yea, gather together. Gather, O nation not desired.
Oh, what?
Nation not desired.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are what?
Nation not desired.
Who desired blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians on this in this country or on the side of the world? Who desire us? Huh? The only people who desire us is another blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's the desire. That's the only desire that we have. That's the only desire that we have to give. There's no reason for us to desire the goddamn snow roaches, our oppressor, the shaved monkeys. The snow roaches with the devil, with the Bible speaks of. The deceitful bastards. The perverted bullies. Read that from the top, sir.
Gather yourselves together.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. We are the nation not desired. And guess what? Why are we trying to desire the nations who don't desire us?
Right.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Because we are a destroyed nation of people. That's who we are. We are a destroyed nation of people, and we look towards might is right. You know what I'm saying? If I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. And that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? And now we weak. And we just go along to get along. We go along to get on. We get stuck up in their system. We run for Congress. We run for council. You know what I'm saying? We run for council. We do all of this stuff. But if somebody run for office, they got to run for everybody. They can't just run for the nations of people.
Right.
Based on the history of this country, did white racism work for the white man?
John.
Yeah, I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody in the chat let me know that white nationalism, white racism work for the white nation of this country and any other country? Let me get a 1 in the chat. Let me get a 1 in the chat, yes, or let me get a 2 in the chat, no. Did white nationalism work for the white people that's in this country? Let me know. 1 for yes, 2 for no. That is, you know what I mean? That's where we're going to ask that question. We're going to ask that question right there. We're going to do that. Because that's what we have to do. We have to ask questions. They say, gather yourself together, O yea, gather yourself together. Nation not desire is more on that, sir?
Next verse. Before the decree bring forth.
Go on.
Before the day pass.
Before the what?
The day pass.
Before the day pass. And what it says before that? Before the what?
Before the decree bring forth.
Before the decree bring forth. It's like this, sir. What is the definition of decree? If you have it. Decree. For blacks, before the decree brings forth. Because remember what I read in Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Zephaniah.
An official order issued by a legal authority.
Say that again?
An official order ordered by a legal authority.
And who is that official order by a legal authority?
Yeah, come.
Guess who's our legal authority? The Most High God. He's the authority. And he said, gather yourself together, O ye nation not desired. Before the decree happened. Read on, sir.
Before the day passed.
Before the day passed. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Before the day passed. Read on. As
the chaff. Before the fierce anger of the Lord.
Before the what?
Fierce anger of the Lord.
How long are we going to go through this Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? How long that we going to make our Most High God angry with us? Because we don't want to say sorry to each other. Because we don't want to forgive, you know what I'm saying? Forgive that brother. Because we want to, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to do these easy things. If we still alive, we'd be able to iron out all differences. Any more on that, sir?
Come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger, come upon you.
That will come upon us. So we have to be gathering something. It's the order. Because we're a nation not desired. We're a nation not desired. So like you said, do you pull up the those emails that I send you? Is in Let It Be Known.
Try.
Let me tell you right now. Start off with this. The remote controls down there, sir? For the TV.
This one's up.
Yeah, that's the one I want. That's what I want. I want to be able to see it on the screen. To watch. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. It's an order.
Which one did you want first?
I'm about to tell you right now. Let me see here. So apologize. See here. Go to the first one.
Francis visiting Canada.
Come. There you go. You can go back up, and that should be the video right.
Oh, you want to play the video?
Yeah, come. Video. Down for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Because we don't forget, you know what I'm saying? We don't forget about the days of old. We've been doing what we want to do. We've been following our oppressor. This is old right here. This, you know what I'm saying? This stuff was old that when I'm about to play. This is when the Pope came to Canada. Look at this. Look what's going on. You got it? No, it's all right, sir. I'll pull it back up.
Yeah, well, no, hold on. It's good. It's just have to share the screen. Okay, we good.
Come.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready, sir.
Hold on. You want it full screen or it's good like this?
Put a full screen. Sir. So before you started, so blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This is when the Pope, this perverted bully, the history of the Pope, that, you know what I'm saying, that he exhorted, you know what I'm saying, all the so-called, you know what I'm saying, our so-called our oppressors to demolish any indigenous, you know what I'm saying, the indigenous community of the Americans. Whatever they have, take it. He inherit that wealth. He inherit the wealth. He did. Now he's coming to Canada to apologize to indigenous people. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's coming to the indigenous population to apologize, sir. Play it if you have it.
Like no other, one that will see Pope Francis humble himself on behalf of the Catholic Church and apologize to Canada's Indigenous peoples for years of abuse and
humble himself.
Humble himself.
He looks so humble and all that.
Oh, he's so humble.
Right? Like, I'm humbled right now.
Like,
I feel like he really feels like a piece of garbage.
No.
He's so humble.
He really feel empathy. You know what I'm saying? He really think he had to go out and do this. I gotta do this.
I felt so bad. I had to get on my private jet.
No, wait. With my entourage. My entourage that I get with my other 2 private jets that I don't pay for at all. I pay for it with the money that I stole from the people that I'm going to apologize to. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, listen to what I'm saying. He's flying with the money that he stole from our nation of people in his 4 jets with his entourage from the country, you know what I'm saying, from the area where he got all the riches, stole all the riches from, you know what I'm saying, from the indigenous population. So he's going to use their money to fly over to them to say, I'm sorry. With their money, on their dime, to say, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, here's the problem. Like, they don't understand. Like, that's like,
my bad.
Right. Like, they don't understand. Like, it's all the sweat. Like, the world's you got basically the world's largest prostitute. This is not a joke. This is not an oversight. The world's largest international pedophilia ring came and said, we're sorry for the trouble we caused you. Like, yes, to this day, we still do this, but we're sorry that I guess the truth came out. We're sorry that you found out we were raping and kidnapping and killing your children.
That's right. We'll play some more, sir.
John.
harm. Only months ago, few could imagine his journey here, one the Pope is calling a journey of penance for what a Canadian National Commission says was cultural genocide. Just 150,000 indigenous.
Bring that back a little. Just bring that back a couple notches. Now let me remind you, he didn't say cultural genocide when he was there addressing the nation. He didn't say that. He said it on the plane, that the money that he stole from those people when he was flying back home. That's when he said it. He said it then. He didn't say it in front of their face. No, he said it on the private jet that they paid for, that the money that he stole, because he accessory to the, you know what I'm saying, to the situation. That's when he, I forgot to say that. Yeah, it was genocide. Bring that back a little bit, sir. And this happened last year. But I gotta remember the days of old. I gotta remember what happened to our people. I gotta remember our people normalized the behavior that we took on. You know what I'm saying? We learned helplessness. Why the hell are they shaking this perverted bastard's hand? He's supposed to be on his goddamn knees, bowing down and kissing the goddamn dirt on their feet. He's supposed to be kissing. He's supposed to be kissing those damn. He's supposed to be kissing the damn moccasins, sir. He's supposed to be on his feet. But look at all these people protecting him. Look at all that, and they're over here. Look at this. Look at this. But we cannot show this. We cannot show no forgiveness to our own brothers and sisters on the street. Huh? We can't do that. If this was a so-called Native American Indian, they would try to stomp his ass out for the murders and stuff that he done. That he you know what I'm saying? That he changed into an empire. They would have crushed him out right there. But because he's a goddamn snow roach, and he's a perverted bully, and we learn helplessness underneath his boot heel. This is what the position that we are in now. That's out. You can play it again.
Imagine his journey here, one the Pope is calling a journey of penance for what a Canadian National Commission says was cultural genocide. At least 150,000 Indigenous children separated from their families and forced to attend residential institutions where thousands endured physical, sexual, and emotional abuse from priests, nuns, and school staff.
Kneel down the way you made us kneel down.
Listen to the sister.
And ask for that for.
Listen to this guy. Listen to our sister. Listen to this. Listen to what happened to her. She was in these schools. Because you gotta realize this is recent history. This is recent history. People are still alive from this school that they went to. They went to this school. And listen to what this sister says about the atrocity that happened in the school.
Endured physical, sexual, and emotional abuse from priests, nuns, and school staff.
Kneel down the way you made us kneel down as little kids and ask for that forgiveness.
Victoria McIntosh was taken from her family at the age of 4.
My grands made this for me.
This was the
You heard what I said, right? You heard what the sister said. Kneel goddamn down, and you ask for forgiveness. Kneel down. Don't be on your throne, your golden throne, because you know that's what he's sitting in, right? Like this. And they look. She's saying, I was there. I was there. I know what happened to me. I know what happened to me. You ask for forgiveness, you bow your goddamn face to the goddamn ground. While my feet is on top of your goddamn neck. You're perverted, you know what I'm saying? You're a perverted bully. And she got all the right to say so. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
coat she says she wore when her mom dropped her off at a Catholic institution in Manitoba in the 1960s.
That nun took it off of me and threw it at my mom.
McIntosh said the nun then called her mother a savage, an incident she said foreshadowed years of abuse. She says her mother never forgave herself.
And I told her, I said, it's not your fault. It wasn't your fault. What choice did you have?
McIntosh says she was sexually assaulted by a priest for years when she was only.
So she told her mother about all the abuse that happened in the school when she got dropped off. Something like that. She told her mother, her family, all the abuse that happened to her in this school. And her mother never forgave herself. Her mother never, forgave herself at all. And she said to her mother, it's not your fault. You didn't know. You didn't know. Her mother knew about the history about this perverted bully. She knew that. You know what I'm saying? So by she getting beat down by this perverted bully, her mother, because her mother's traumatized, it wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no place that we could go to, you know what I'm saying, so we could overcome this trauma. It wasn't no place where her mother could have went to overcome the trauma. To overcome that trauma. So she's like, and she forgive their moms. She forgive their moms, and that's a beautiful thing. But we cannot forget about the days of old. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Come. We cannot do that at all. Because if we forget the days of old, we're gonna be shaking the snow roaches' hand. We're gonna be shaking the shade monkey's hand. We're gonna be shaking the people who raped, robbed, and murdered us, their hand. And we are all humans. If you make a goddamn apology, if you make an apology, you got it. That's an action word. You can't just say that. But he's a deceitful bastard. Come on, you can play more, sir.
A child.
He violated me
He what?
in ways that no child should ever go.
Sexually assaulted by a priest for years when she was only a child.
He violated me in ways that no child should ever go.
You can pause it. He violated her for years. This is only one person. Now we know the entire school was doing that to our brothers and sisters, males and females. Did she go to therapy? I don't think she went to therapy. And that's what's going on for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We never had a safe place to heal, so we normalized this goddamn behavior. We normalized it. We drink all day. We snort cocaine. We smoke weed all day. We do all these type of drugs. Forget about, you know what I'm saying, what happened to us. What happened to our parents. But then again, we're going to forgive these snow roaches. But we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't follow the Lord's statute commandments. We can't understand that we have to forget our brothers and sisters who are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We know the history of this country. We know what they did to us. Why are we forgiving them? But we cannot go 3 steps to the left and forgive Pedro. Forgive Pedro. We can't go 2 steps to the right, you know what I'm saying, and forget Tyrone. We can't do that. We can't do that. But once, you know what I'm saying, once the snow roads come into our neighborhood and start jogging and walking dogs, oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's like it never happened. That was so long ago. But meanwhile, your name is Rogers. You can play some more, sir.
True. And I would break down and I would cry thinking about it, what he'd done. And I wonder why. What did I do to you?
McIntosh says that priest was 92-year-old Arthur Massey. It was only in June when he was charged with indecent assault. He has not entered a plea. And it is the impunity of the Catholic Church's actions that hangs over this visit, even as dozens of Indigenous communities now search the grounds of these institutions, where hundreds of unmarked graves have already been identified. As Indigenous communities work to recover their lost children, there is still much ambivalence about the Pope's visit and his apology. The Pope was blunt. He called it a journey of penance.
I don't know. That's interesting. interpretation of it, right? You know, for me, it's not a journey, right? It was more than a journey for our people, I think, and the journey will never end, right? It's going to be there forever.
Pope Francis says he acknowledges that, but hopes this historic gesture of atonement will bring some measure of relief and healing. Paula Newton, CNN, Edmonton.
So bring some relief and healing. What healing? What healing? That was a year ago. I don't see no boatloads of money cleaning up that community. I don't see no boatloads of money bringing it back to that community and building it up. I don't see no, you know what I'm saying? I don't see all those jets, you know what I'm saying, coming over to the indigenous population in Canada. They're still drunk and strung out on the streets right now. But then again, we want to forgive. We want to forgive our, you know what I'm saying? We want to forgive these people. That's what we want to do. We want to do that. This is their philosophy, sir. Let me give Proverbs chapter 31, verse 17. Matter of fact, Philippians 3 and 19. Philippians chapter 3, verse 19. This is what they do. This is what they do. Read that if you have it, sir.
You said 3 and 9, right?
3 and 19. 3 and 19.
Okay. Philippians 3 and 19. Whose the end is destruction.
Well, matter of fact, go to 18 real quick.
18. For many walk, of whom I have told you, often.
Oh, so say that again.
For many walk, of whom I have told you often.
So who's saying this? Who is saying this? This is Paul talking, right? Read on, sir.
And now shall you even weeping that they are the enemies of the cross of the power.
They are the enemies of the cross of the power. Read on.
19. Whose end is destruction.
Who what?
End is destruction.
Oh, they manifest destiny is all about destruction. That's how they get down. That's how they can come over here and say, I'm sorry. Why they destroyed us. Oh, I'm sorry. No, don't mind all this gold shining and these diamonds, these diamonds shine. Don't mind that. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that $300 million jet right there flying. Yo, don't mind that. That was your money that you paid for this. But I'm sorry, real. That's the end. You know what I'm saying? Whose end is destruction, because that's what they do. They manifest destiny is to destroy everybody. Read on, sir.
That they are the enemies of the cross of the power. 19. Whose end is destruction, whose power is their belly.
Who say that again?
Whose power is their belly.
Oh, whose power is their belly. That's their power is. Their power, their God is their belly. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's make them feel good. Read on, sir.
John. And whose glory is in their shame.
Say that again.
Whose glory is in their shame.
Oh, who their glory is in their shame. He went over there in glory. I'm sorry. But it was a shame to go over there like that. Which means what? I'm sorry, but he didn't. It was out of vanity. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was a publicity goddamn stunt. And guess what, our brothers and sisters? We ended up taking it. We took the hook. We took the hook.
Yeah.
But now, you know what I'm saying? Remember, this class is talking about forgiveness. And I'm only talking about forgiveness for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and not, you know what I'm saying, not our oppressor. Because we got to remember the days of old. We also got to remember what they did and how to forgive our brother. We got to remember that too. Read on, sir.
Who, Salakia, and whose glory is their end their shame.
Go on.
Who minds earthly things.
Who what?
Who mind earthly things.
Oh, they love minding those earthly things. Whatever they see, they're going to take. And they took everything from these people. They even took that sister's life. She's walking around as a shell for all that violation that she went through. That she went through, the boys that they all went through. But then again, you see them shaking that man's hand. Shaking his hand. Shaking his hand.
Right.
Up in his face, cheesing, smiling above gallon, skinning and grinning, tap dancing. Doing the, you know what I'm saying? Doing the shuffle with the feathers.
Right.
What's wrong with our people? What's wrong with our people? This is the things that we have to learn how to forgive each other. The first people that we forgive is our own nation. Because we've been traumatized. We didn't have no therapy so we could get over this, you know what I'm saying, this trauma. That's the reason why we're selling drugs to pregnant women. That's the reason why I got to get mine, you better get yours. That's the reason why I could get a gun and kill my own kind. Because we got too much goddamn love for these goddamn shaved monkeys. And not enough love for our people, the 12 tribes of Israel. God's chosen people. The so-called blacks, the so-called Native American Indians, the so-called Hispanics. Those are the people that need forgiveness. Whole nation not desired. Those are the people. And we need to forgive each other. That's what the Most High says. That's when Christ came on the scene. He said this. Salakia, sir. Let me get let's see here. Hey, give me let me get John chapter 13 verse 34. Let me get the book of John chapter 13 verse 34. Because you know what I'm saying, our brother, our king, Yahushua, what these snow roaches called Jesus Christ, he came on the scene and showed it to our brothers and sisters what to do. He was the example of this is what we have to do to get the kingdom. We have to start doing this now. Because we was doing it back then. We was forgiving our, you know what I'm saying? We was forgiving the Greeks, but not our brothers. Read that if you have some.
John 13 and 34. A new commandment I give unto you.
But a matter of fact, go ahead, read that. It says, so Yahushua said, a new commandment I give unto you, which is an old commandment. Because he was just talking about the Old Testament. That's all, the so-called Old Testament. Read on, sir.
That you love one another.
That you do what?
Love one another.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we need to do what?
Love one another.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians need to do what?
Love one another.
Not according to the snow roaches love, because their love is what they feel. It's what they feel. Two men loving a man loving a man, a woman loving a man loving a dog, a woman loving a dog. You know what I'm saying? A man loving a little child, a woman loving a little child. A child is getting to this point, sir. And I'm going to say it first. It's going to be a 13-year-old who loves a 30-year-old. Who is you to say that this 13-year-old don't love this 30-year-old? Yes. Because if they could teach all this these perverted bullies that's, you know what I'm saying, bring this stuff into our school and try to teach it to our kids, they're grooming those kids for that. Huh? That's what they're doing. They're grooming them kids. Go ahead, sir.
I think somebody I saw on Facebook, somebody was saying they experienced something like that.
No, because that's where it goes. That's where it goes. And guess what? Those perverted bullies that's in that lifestyle, that's what they want. That's how they get down. Because they're a bunch of lustful bastards. You know what I'm saying? They're perverted bullies. I'm going to tell your son what to do. I'm going to tell your daughter what to do. I'm going to groom that daughter. I've been looking, these are those, you know what I'm saying, those perverted bullies. This is how they get down. Because they don't got no control over their goddamn skin. They're weak. Now, who to me, you know what I'm saying? Who to you to tell a 10-year-old that they don't love a 35, you know what I'm saying, a 10-year-old boy who don't love a 35-year-old woman? Who do you to tell them that? What's that?
15 minutes.
Oh, come on. So Christ came on the scene and he was telling us this. It's an old commandment, but he had to say in a way, it's like, yo, listen up, man, it's a new commandment that I'm telling you, which it was old. But they haven't, you know what I'm saying? They forgot about the days of old. Read on, son.
John 34.
No, read from the top. Yeah, read from the top.
Yeah, John.
Okay.
34. A new commandment I give unto you.
Christ, this is Christ said, a new commandment I give unto you. Read on.
That ye love one another.
That we do what?
Love one another.
Love is not that perverted love. Read on.
That ye love one another as I have loved you.
As what?
As I have loved you.
As Yahushua, Jesus Christ, with, you know what I'm saying, with the perverted nation that called him, as I have loved love us. Who? Israelites. He only talking to the Israelites. That's who he talking to. He talking to his brothers and sisters. That's going, you know what I'm saying, that's going off. That's loving everybody except for their own nation. And he was there to be the example. The way I love you, you have to love each other that way. And how did he love us, sir? He put his life on the line for his nation. His life. How many times that we put our life on the line from the snow roaches? That's where our love went, to the snow roaches. Not to our own kind, to the snow roaches, to the shaved monkeys, to the curly fries on the side. How long are we going to do this? Christ came on the scene and say a new commandment, which is an old commandment, because if you don't know it's an old commandment for your Christians, I just go right in the Old Testament and read Leviticus chapter 19. Chapter 19, verse 18. That's what I have to do. Because it's old. Because that's what he was teaching. That's what he was teaching. Hence, he didn't sin. How he know how not to sin? Because it was in Leviticus. It was in Deuteronomy. It was in the Old Testament. He knew what not to do. Because he knew the testaments. He knew the law, statutes, and commandments. Read on, sir. Read 35.
35. By this shall all men know.
By what?
By this shall all men know.
So by the ways of, if we love one another as Christ loved us, by this all men shall know what?
John, that ye are my disciples.
That what?
Ye are my disciples.
So if we follow Christ, we'll be what?
Ye are my disciples.
Isupk since 1969 been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to love one another. We be what?
Ye are my disciples.
Oh, we be Christ's disciples. If we show them how to love. Love is not what you want to do. How can I love somebody that hate my goddamn guts? Yo, man, why the hell, you know what I'm saying? Why I gotta love him, man? You hate my guts. Because you was ordered to. Because it's you know what I'm saying, it's a law. You ain't got no goddamn choice. So this is what we be taught again. we learn this again. And with this, you know what I'm saying, with this last scripture, let's go with my bedrock scripture, so it's lucky. So it's gonna be my last one right here. Then we go Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Let's go to Romans chapter 12, verse 10. No, matter of fact, let's go to 2 John 1 and 6. Let's go there so we can know, you know what I'm saying, so we can show our brothers and sisters what love is according to the Bible. Can you read that? 2 John 1 and 6.
Then cometh he to Simon Peter.
No, 2 John 1 and 6. Is that it?
Yes, my Lord.
2 John 1 and 6.
And this is love.
Say that again.
And this is love.
According to the Bible, say that again.
This is love.
This is love, according to the Bible. According to the Bible. Remember Christ, a new commandment that I give you, that you love one another. Read on.
This is love. That we walk after his commandments.
That we do what?
Walk after his commandments.
Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians need to do what?
Walk after his commandments.
No, hold on. If blacks, Hispanics love, we would do what? We do what?
John.
Walk.
This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it.
He should do what?
Walk in it.
This is a commandment that we heard from the beginning. We could drop that. Let's go to Romans chapter 12, verse 10. 12 and 10.
12 and 10.
Come. Because blacks, Hispanics, and American, we just read the definition of love according to the Lord's statute commandment, according to the Bible, and the New Testament. And this is the stuff that we heard from the beginning. This was how we've been taught from the beginning. This is what our brother Moses was teaching. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah was teaching. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah was teaching. You know what I mean? All the prophets. And even Christ came on the scene. And said, well, what is that? It was that Matthew 5 and 10. Think not I came to destroy the law or the prophets. Oh no, it was 5 and 7. I think it's 5 and 17. 10 and 17, if I'm not mistaken. But read that. Romans.
Be kindly affection.
Say that again.
Be kindly affection.
Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians need to do what?
Be kindly affection.
Go on.
One to another. With brotherly love.
What?
Brotherly love.
Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, you need to express what?
Brotherly love.
Let me say that again. For the 12 tribes of Israel, who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, since 1969, Isupk have been teaching our people how to do what?
Brotherly love.
How to show brotherly love. Read on. He said,
in honor, preferring one another.
In honor, preferring one another. That's an honor, to prefer one another. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. These are the things that we have to do. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we have to do, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. It's ordained, it is order for us to love one another. Not showing forgiveness and doing this to the snow roaches. You see our indigenous brothers that did it. Next week, you know what I'm saying? I gotta show more of what, you know what I'm saying, what we did in the Judite tribe. In the Iskarite tribe. It's the same two-step. But meanwhile, we looking down, you know what I'm saying? We looking down on the brother who was born in the South. We're looking down on the brother, you know what I'm saying? He was born in America and one was born in Jamaica. How long are we going to go with this? Oh, nation not desired. We need to come together. The only way that for us to come together is under these Lord's statute commandments and under brotherhood, under sisterhood, and being ordered to respect our brother.
Right.
By us fearing the Most High God and
Right.
remember the days are old. I'm Precinct Officer Paratas out of Yonkers, New York. And this is the ISUPK. Start off in 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Honor. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Native American Indians how to, you know what I'm saying, how to be kindly and affectionate to one another, which is an honor. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer Abadi.
Let's clap it up.